afternoon, children. Today what we're going to discuss are 2 or 3 very important steps for your writing section. I'll be using a lot of acronyms which I think are very necessary, because this is, after 28 years of teaching, I found them to be extremely useful. The question is, what are they? The first rule is the LHS rule. All of you, up to the 10th class, practically 99% of you had science. And in mathematics, right from class 1 and 2 onwards, we had been learning LHS is equal to RHS. So LHS, I'm sure now you understand what is LHS means. Now LHS, as you all know, means on the left hand side. That is, this is your margin. Every paragraph, everything should begin on the left side of your margin. That is, on the right of your margin. Everything should be in a proper line. Because remember, cleanliness will pay you marks. The next rule that we must understand is called, what is called the 3 W's. And 3 W's doesn't stand for wine, woman, or well, or the 3 W's is the World Wide Web. You're very familiar with the 3 W's. However, how do we apply this little acronym in English? The 3 W's in English stand for what, that is, has happened, or will happen, the second W stands for when, and when is divided into 3 parts. That is day, date, and time. In these 3 parts. And the last but not the least is where. That is place, or is also called venue. Now these are scoring, especially in a notice, school notice, or the notice board, or for a notice of for report writing, and even for your letter writing. This will give you 50% of the marks in English. 50% of the marks related to the question. The next, we have what is called a very important function. It is called the STP rule. STP. You, being students of science, know that STP stands for all measurements are at standard temperature and pressure, STP. It is a very common statement in practically all the books of science and physics especially. In social life, STP stands for sorry, thank you, and please. But in English, which is very essential, it stands for spellings, tenses, and punctuation. In any question in writing, these marks, or rather the STP, amounts to about 40% of your all marks. 40%. So you have to be very careful, which sometimes we are not. Most of us neglect this and neglect this. Some we make an error here and there, but these 2 things are most neglected by us when we write. So you have to be careful. I'll explain this later on while we are doing some practical study. Let's go to what is called the CFA. Now CFA is a style of marking which gives us transparency. Because if you are aware of this, then you can score excellent marks, because they say forewarned is forearmed. In the board exams, your checking of your answer sheets, especially of the writing section, will depend on these three criteria. C means content, F means fluency, and A means accuracy. In accuracy, you have STP. In fluency, you have what is called the various types of sentences and the order of your answer related to your instructions or questions. And the most important is content. That is, what information you are providing which is related to the question asked or given in the instructions. These are extremely valuable fundas for your English exam. So if you want to score well, this is what you have to read off and on. If you look at my previous videos, I have mentioned in my Ray's Golden Rules, this is what you have to do. Thank you.